it's Jasmine.
And Chris.
Welcome back to another video. For today's video, we're going to be eating Filipino food for a full 24 hours. Vegan Filipino food, must I add, and I am so excited.
I am also very excited. I had my first Filipino food experience about 6 years ago, and I've fallen in love ever since. Everything has been so good that either Jasmine makes or her mom makes or anyone in her family makes, and I'm pumped. It's going to be great.
Thank you.
Before we get started today, I wanted to give a quick shout out to our sponsor for this video, which is Mizzen. They make super high quality cookware and knives, and they recently sent us this chef's knife and we've been absolutely obsessed with it. Not only is it safer to use high quality knives in the kitchen, but it also makes for a much more enjoyable cooking experience. Most cookware companies make you choose from either low quality flimsy knives or really expensive knives, but with Mizzen you get the best of both worlds and you get a really high quality knife at prices that are 2 to 3 times less expensive. We have a 20% discount code down below if you want to check it out. We highly recommend these knives and we think you'll love them as much as we do. So let's get right into breakfast.
For breakfast today, I'm making a really simple Filipino scrambled eggs recipe. This just requires a few ingredients and it is very delicious. So to start, I'm going to add some oil to my pan, and once that is heated, I'm going to add some thinly sliced onions and cook those for a few minutes until they begin to soften up. I'm going to add some diced tomatoes and again cook those until they begin to soften. Then we're going to add our vegan egg. We're using just egg here, but you can also use tofu egg, chickpea egg, whatever you prefer. Season that with salt and pepper to taste, and we're not adding any other seasonings, but you can add whatever you'd like, so just add whatever you'd prefer here. And lastly, I'm adding something called black salt on top. Black salt is what gives us that nice eggy flavor and it really brings the dish together. Last but not least, we're serving this over a big bed of rice with some green onions on top. Garlic fried rice would have been perfect, but I didn't make any. I was too lazy, but if you make this, I definitely recommend it. And you can really add any other seasonings that you want to this, but just like this, plain and simple, it is delicious. So it is already basically lunchtime, so I'm gonna get all the recipes prepped for the rest of the day. I did want to mention we did do another day of Filipino recipes. I think it was like 2 or 3 months ago. I'll link it down below and in the cards if you want to watch that, because the video features I think 4 other recipes. And we're going to continue doing more styles of eating. We're going to try more recipes from different cultures. We've been having fun doing this series, and one of you suggested we call it Eating around the world, and I really like that, so we're going to continue doing that. We have a lot of fun videos planned. We're working with a lot of great, amazing content creators, and we'll be showcasing them on our page, so stay tuned for that.
Cool. This is very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
So for lunch today, I'm making vegan chicken Afritada, and I featured this in a video on our YouTube channel, I think a year or 2 now. My mom was in the video. It was a lot of fun to put it together, so if you want to watch it, I will link it down below. But I'm going to be making the exact same recipe today. Of course, there's no chicken in it, so our chicken substitution today is going to be soy curls, and soy curls are a whole soy product. They're in little curls. They are cut into little pieces, and what I love about it is it's very neutral, and you could really do so much with this. You can even put it in a food processor and grind it up and make grounds, like a vegan ground beef with it. And we've used this in so many different recipes on our blog. I will link a few down below if you want to experiment with it. We're actually going to be using these for dinner too. But what I wanted to mention is if you don't want to use these, you could really use any vegan chicken substitution of your choice for this recipe. And if all else fails, some crispy tofu would be perfect for this. So the first thing that we're going to do for this recipe is actually prep our soy curls. So the soy curls are a dry product. In order to prep them, we have to hydrate them. So I brought some water to a boil in a pot, and then I added in some vegan chicken bouillon, and this stuff is amazing. I would recommend it for any vegan kitchen. They have a vegan chicken one, they have a vegan beef one, and they just have a regular veggie one, and we use this stuff like crazy. It is really good for flavoring dishes like this, giving it that chicken flavor. If you don't want to use that, you can get something like a poultry seasoning. This one is from Trader Joe's, and this one is really tasty as well. So we're gonna add the soy curls to that chicken broth mixture, the vegan chicken broth mixture, and allow that to hydrate. And in the meantime, I'm going to prep the remaining ingredients. To my pot, I added in some oil, and once that is heated, I'm going to add in some bay leaves and just cook this for about a minute. Then add in some onions and garlic and saute this until the onions are soft and the garlic is fragrant. Next, I'm adding in some bell peppers and vegan hot dogs, and I used tricolored bell peppers. I just honestly had random pieces in my fridge, but you could use whatever color you'd like. I'm gonna cook that for a couple minutes more and then add in some potatoes and carrots. Mix that well, and we're gonna allow this to cook for about 4 or 5 minutes until they start to slightly soften. Next, I'm adding in my soy curls with the broth that it cooked in, along with tomato sauce and peas. We're gonna mix everything until it's combined, cover it and allow it to simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes, and that's it. Season it with salt and pepper to your liking. Serve it over a big bowl of rice with a little cilantro on top if you'd like, and enjoy. Finally, time to eat.
Oh, this smells so good. I think my favorite part is gonna be the hot dogs.
I didn't warm it long enough, sorry. I was taking pictures, so it got a little cold, but we're all good here.
Thank you, oh my God.
So freaking good.
Also,
Everything's better with rice.
everything is fantastic with rice. I've been editing a video and helping Jasmine's dad install a television, and it's been
Crazy today.
Oh yeah.
That's where Chris has been, but this recipe turned out awesome. I'm so excited for you to try it if you haven't already tried it.
Here's a berry.
That's Barry's toy, if you can hear it.
It's a burrito.
But I guess we'll just take a pause. Hey Bear, you have your burrito? Bring it here.
Come here, Bear.
Come on, bring it here.
Louie's gonna try to go get it. Look.
Where's Louie? Aww.
Wow, this is fantastic. Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Chris, the moment of truth.
Uh-oh. Hold on one sec.
I'll talk while you go. Just go.
You sure?
Yeah, just turn off your mic. I'll hang out here. I was gonna say something. Oh, what I was saying was if you have any more Filipino recipe requests, leave them down below. I would love to make a vegan version. I've been having so much fun doing this, and it's been a really great way for me to reconnect with my culture and learn more about where my family came from. I don't know if I've talked about this on YouTube before, but I didn't cook many Filipino recipes growing up, and it wasn't until I went vegan that I really felt connected to my culture, my family, my background, because I was forced to learn how to cook the food for myself and to create vegan versions of my favorites because I still wanted to have them. So recreating Filipino and Ecuadorian recipes always hits home for me. It's a way for me to reconnect with my culture, to learn more about where I come from, where my family comes from, and I don't know, it just means so much more. So I hope to do more in the future. I know a lot of people have requested Ecuadorian recipes. The thing is, I'm more well versed with Filipino food, but I'm still learning. I'm asking my grandma all these questions. I actually learned how to make her empanada, so I'm going to make that hopefully sometime in the future. I want to do it in a video, but I still need to perfect it because she taught me over Zoom, and if your grandma or your mom or your family is like mine, they do not measure anything. They go by look, feel, taste, texture, smell. So we're gonna hopefully perfect it for the blog sometime soon. So I started marinating our dinner, and for this it has to sit for about an hour, so I'm actually going to make our dessert in the meantime. What I did here was in a bowl I added in some boiling hot water, and then to that I added in some tamari, fresh orange juice, fresh lemon juice, garlic powder, black pepper, some vegan beef bouillon paste, and then some soy curls like we used earlier. And we're gonna let this marinate for as long as possible, basically. And we typically use calamansi for the bistek, but we don't have any here. And oranges and lemons, I feel like, are more accessible if you are not in the Philippines or if you don't have a tree, because we can't grow them here and it's really sad. So for dessert, I'm going to be making banana Q. If you know what that is, you know it's really good. So basically it is just like fried sugared bananas. It's really easy to make. It is so delicious. And I actually have frozen Saba bananas here. My mom found this at our local Filipino market, and they're whole Saba bananas. They're peeled. They're like perfectly ripe. And yeah, they work great in this. So that's what I'm going to be using today. But if you have fresh Saba, you can use that too. They sell it typically at Asian markets. And Saba bananas, I'll put a photo on the screen so you can see what it looks like. They're usually thick and short. Yeah, so let's get started. So to my hot oil, I'm going to be adding in some light brown sugar, and I'm just liberally sprinkling it into the oil. And now I'm going to add my bananas into the oil. I hate frying, man. Scary. Okay, and I'm adding the, oh, I'm about to freaking burn these bananas. Ooh, look at that. I flipped them over, and I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of sugar on top and then just more to the oil in general. My mom is here talking me through this, by the way. So we are keeping the bananas whole, but something that you could do is cut the bananas into 2 or 3 pieces. That way it'll actually be sweeter because more sugar will be coating the banana. We like ours like this. It just depends on what you want to do. Lastly, once we take it out of the oil, I'm going to put some little barbecue sticks into it, and that is it. We are done. I want to eat these right now, but we are going to wait to eat these after dinner. And it's actually good because I'm going to allow them to cool because right now they're really freaking hot. So now let's move on to making our dinner. We're going to remove the soy curls from the marinade and add them to a hot cast iron skillet with some oil. And if you have a cast iron skillet, I recommend using it. And what we're going to do is add the marinade just a little bit at a time. We're going to cook it until that marinade cooks off and then add more. And we're going to continue doing that for 3 or 4 cycles. And then after we add our last batch of marinade and we cook the soy curls just a bit, we're going to remove them from the pan and add in our onions. And we're also going to add in a splash of lemon juice as well. Cook the onions just until they begin to brown, and then we're going to add in the soy curls and cook this until the onions reach your desired consistency. I know some people like them crunchy, some people like them on the softer side, which is what I prefer. So just basically cook it to your liking. And then lastly, we're going to serve this over, you guessed it, a big bowl of rice. And this is ready to be dug into. So I have my bistek and some rice. I forgot to say what this is. It's Filipino beefsteak. It's like a tangy, well, typically beef, but in this case, soy curls. So it's tangy, it's salty. It's delicious. And you should definitely check it out. Link down below. So we're going to have this while we watch The Bachelor. And then for dessert, we're gonna have our banana Q. My dad already had his, that's why there's only 3 now. We got our little audience here. And The Bachelor, I don't know what the hell is going on right now.
Look at that. If that's not impressive,
Very unflattering view.
Oh. Hey, what you doing? I think Louis just might have licked my food.
Oh, delicious.
Louis, you're just so adorable.
You can't have this.
You're so adorable, baby. I love you. Bretman Rock's reality show launched today. I thought it was perfect timing. If you guys haven't already, check him out. He is a talented Filipino beauty and lifestyle influencer, and he's freaking hilarious. So we are watching Bretman Rock's new reality show, which I feel like is fitting for this video. Go check him out. Go support. And we're having our banana Q. I never said what this was, but I'm sure you know now after you saw me cook it. It is basically a fried banana with caramelized brown sugar on the outside. It is absolutely delicious. It's a great treat. Good for a snack, good for dessert, and good for right now while we watch TV.
Is the only difference between this and toron that toron's wrapped?
And
Do you use the same bananas? Wow.
So this is saba banana. But Toron uses, you can put jackfruit in it too. This is so freaking bomb. That is all for us today. We hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you can try out these recipes, and we'll have all of them linked down below. If you did enjoy this, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing.
And don't forget to check out Mizzen. They have really nice knives, and we can't recommend them enough.
Our discount code will be down below for you as well. Make sure you take advantage of that for 20% off. That is all for us today. We will see you in our next video. Hope you're doing well. Love you.
Peace.
Okay, bye.